Hello, everybody. Welcome back, loves. Welcome to Queen Cancer Tarot channel, everyone. I am the host. My name is Catherine. I'm here to bring you clarity, guidance, and love messages. And I have timeless readings for Cancers. I read for all 12 signs as well on my other channel. She Reads Tarot. I also have another channel, Tarot Talk Live, where I do conspiracy theory readings, all sorts of content on Tarot Talk Live. Please go check it out. The links for both channels are below. I do a giveaway every week where I give away a 3 question reading, personal reading with me, to 3 lucky winners. And all you have to do in order to be entered in your chance to win is hashtag win in the comment section. All right. I also do a monthly giveaway. I just announced the winners for April and May on yesterday, I believe. All right. And you can check that out. That is in the playlist. I also posted the winners on my community post page. Okay. So please go and check that out as well. Okay. If you all are interested in booking a reading with me, please go to my website. The link for that is below. Um, if you would like to join the channel membership, that is $4.99 a month. All extendeds are free. You also get a free 1 question reading every single month just for being a member. And you get access to all of the readings from the moment that I upload them, even if they're scheduled for like days out. Okay. All right. Now, what are we doing? Cancers. We're going to look at Cancer and your person. I said I was going to do a love bomb, but I'll wait and I'll do that later. I'll do a love bomb later on tonight before you guys tuck yourselves in or whatever your plans are. All right. I'm also going to be pushing out more content. I'm going to be doing some teaching and some learning things on this channel and also on Tarot Talk Live. All right, so if you are interested, please stay tuned. Make sure your notification bells are set so you can be notified when I upload my videos and also when I announce the winners, because that has become a random event. But I'm going to try to be more on a timely manner where I only announce the monthly winners on the first of the month, and then I announce my weekly winners every Friday unless something happens, and I'll announce them that following Saturday. Okay. All right. So we want to look at Cancer energy. Let's see what is going on with you right now, Cancer. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Tell us about Cancer, please. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Tell us about Cancer, please. What does Cancer need to know right now, please? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Please tell us what Cancer needs to know right now. I hope you guys did get a chance to join the live earlier. It was a lot of fun. I did some free readings, yes or no questions, and we also did some personal readings as well. So that was a lot of fun. I do have a couple of free readings that are still remaining for the yes or no questions, so I might go live again later on today. It'll be later on tonight, so just keep your notifications on so you can be notified, okay? First come, first serve. Okay, so we have ride, and we have success in the reverse, and then we have assets here. Okay, and we're looking at past, future, past, current, and future energy here. All right. So it could be the recent past, distant past, could be a long time ago, could be something recent that just recently affected you in the past. Okay, and this is current energy or coming up to this point right now. And then we have future energy. any time in the future, could be the near future or the distant future. Okay. So with ride here, it says new car, new motorcycle, mechanical issues, tickets, accident restoring, accessorizing, and getting licensed. All right. And then success in the reverse here. This says happiness in love. Okay. Happiness in love, prosperous career, good health, healing, financially stable. And this is in the reverse. And then we have assets, savings, life insurance, 401k, second home, boat, ATV, snowmobile, RV, etc., having more than you need. Okay. So you get it. So with to me, there's an energy of something that you were riding hard for didn't end up working out, or there's an energy of it's not as successful as what you thought it would be when you first started. But there's an energy if you just hold on, if you just stick to it, I see assets coming in. So whatever this is, whether it's a new business, whether, you invested a new investment, okay, that you made, or this could be a relationship or a person or a friend. You could be, going hard for somebody, all right, and putting all your, faith in this person, and giving them shout outs and compliments to other people. But in the current energy and the way that this person is moving and the way that things are going, it's making you look as if perhaps you may have made a wrong choice. All right. But I feel that this is a test. I feel that this is temporary. Okay. I feel that if you just hold on, you just stay faithful, just, continue to push forward. I feel like you are going to profit, or you're going to benefit from this. Okay, there is going to be benefit to all of the 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 confidence and the faith that you put in this person from day one. I feel like this person is going to show up for you. Okay, it may not look like it right now, but I feel like they are. Under the deck, we have decision, message, and meddler with overcome. Okay. I feel like you made a decision. I feel like people said in the beginning that perhaps it was a bad decision, or, you should think twice about this, or you may have just been getting energy, negative energy. But I feel like you made this decision with your heart because you knew that it was what was right. You know what I'm saying? You knew that it was the right thing to do. If this is an investment, you may have had naysayers saying, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I don't think you should. But I feel like this is your decision to make. Okay. You're doing what is best for you in this time frame. And you're also thinking about the long term. I feel like you're not expecting this to necessarily be an easy path, or you may know that it may not happen overnight, but you know that there's going to be benefits coming at the end of the day. We have meddler here and we have overcome. So again, I feel like there are going to be people that are going to be coming in, putting little stuff in your ear, saying, "Oh, you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did this. You know, you should have thought twice, or you might want to, bail now while you have a chance, or a fighting chance, or whatever the case." And I feel like these people, are basically in your business. It's your decision. It's already made. So I really feel like it's a moot point at this point. You just have people that like to talk. You know what I'm saying? You do. It's the way it is. Hold on one second. Let me check on. All right, so I'm back. Sorry. Let's go ahead and look at the tarot, okay? For you. Tell us about Cancer, please. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Tell us about Cancer, please. I already shuffled these up pretty good, so tell us about Cancer. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Tell us about Cancer, please. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Tell us about Cancer. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Tell us about Cancer, please. Okay. Under the deck, we have the Emperor, the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Empress. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Beautiful. One second. All right, Cancer. So we have the Three of Pentacles here and the Magician here. Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio energy. We have the Ace of Wands and the King of Swords. Okay. We have the Tower and the Six of Swords in the reverse. Fire energy. Strong fire energy here. And again, underneath the deck, we have the Emperor with the Seven of Wands. And look, we have the Empress, the Ten of Swords, and the Empress here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We have a power couple here. We have a true pair, Cancer. And we have a very strong, divinely guided soul tie here. Okay. So, with the Three of Pentacles and the Magician here in the past, I feel like that Three of Pentacles represents working together as a team. Okay. And with the Magician, this is an energy of someone who is very confident, someone who is very creative, someone who is looking to manifest. Okay. Somebody who is talented. All right. And I feel like, Cancer, if this is in regards to love, a love situation with two people, I feel like you knew from the beginning that you wanted to put your energy, okay, and everything that you had behind this connection or building this connection with this person. All right. There's also an energy of working with a third party, maybe getting some sort of advice from a third party. Hold on for just a moment. Okay. If this is not a love connection, if this is like a business venture, or if this is an investment, this talks about talking to a financial advisor, and there's an energy of having a very um, positive outlook, okay, financially. And this person is invested in making your goals come to fruition here. Okay. This could very easily be a situation of you and your person sitting down with the financial advisor, or it could just be you sitting down with the financial advisor and working towards your future, or someone who is talented in the area of finances, okay, and investing, right? And I feel like I've either this is someone who's very reputable, or this, whatever you're, whatever you're investing in is something that you have a very strong background in. You know what I'm saying? It means something to you. So I feel like you knew what you were doing from the start. Now, here's where the tricky part comes in: success in the reverse. Okay. This is like you not necessarily having a good time right now. Um, things are not going the way you necessarily had hoped they would go. All right. When you started the situation, now, if this is a relationship, this is referring to you being unhappy in this situation that you're in. However, with the Ace of Wands, this does talk about having some sort of a challenge, right? But it also talks about you accepting the challenge, right? Um, it talks about having to get in the game. So maybe there's an urgency for you to, um, what's the word? What's the word? Reignite your passion. If that's kind of where we're going here. If this is a relationship and things are starting to kind of like dull down, or you're starting to get bored in the connection, or it's just not, you're not feeling the way that you used to feel, well, maybe there's something that you need to do. Maybe there's some sort of action that you need to take to reignite things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe things have hit a slow, kind of a slow lull in the connection, and things are not going the way that they were, right? The King of Swords is all about taking action. The King of Swords is all about using your power and your intelligence, okay? And also your intelligence. It's about being rational, okay? It's about doing things over and over again, right? Until you get the results that you want. Being passionate, not giving up on something just because you're getting into a routine of it and it doesn't seem like you're getting out of it what you are anticipating. Especially if this is something that's going to be more of a long term situation, or something that's going to grow over time, right? Could be that. It could be that. And it also could be a situation where you're like, you know what, let's do this together. I'm not necessarily head over heels in love with this person, but I'm willing to work with this person. I care about this person. We care about each other, and we're going to do what we can to make things work, right? This is kind of that energy here. And also getting help along the way. Okay. So maybe going to a counselor, maybe seeing a marriage counselor. This could be you sitting down with a marriage counselor before you get married, right? And then this could be, now you're in the marriage here, and things are not necessarily what they were in the beginning, right? But there's an energy of just hold on, don't give up, okay? Don't give up. You have to do what's right here with the King of Swords, okay? That King of Swords is going to do the right thing at the end of the day, okay? Now, here we come into the future energy with assets here. And then we have the Tower. Okay. Things look like they were just not doing what you wanted it to do. As a matter of fact, it was going the opposite direction. You thought maybe you're going to start losing money, or that maybe you and your person were going to end up having to, talk about separation or whatever the case. It just seemed like things were going bad. And all of a sudden, something happened. There was some sort of change. Okay. And we have assets here. So, things started to pick up. If this is a financial endeavor, the market turned around. Okay. There was a shift. All right. Just like you knew that there would be from the beginning, even though while you were in the thick of it, it didn't seem as though you would ever get there. Right. But there's an energy in just holding on and waiting for the situation to change. We have the Six of Swords in the reverse here. All right. With this tower. So this represents an upheaval while it looks like things are getting worse and worse. Okay. The Six of Swords in the upright is all about moving from troubled water to smoother waters. In the reverse, you're not able to get out of the troubled waters, but there's something that's going to happen that's going to catapult you out of this situation. So the market may change, you may get a huge profit. Okay. Or if this is a relationship, I mean, maybe this person turns things around. Maybe you were just dating this person in this energy, and now we're coming into a situation with the Emperor and the Empress that now you have someone who is ready for a committed, solid connection. Because what we have now under the deck, we have the Emperor and the Seven of Wands. Okay. This is someone who made a decision here. Look, you even have decision. Okay. This is someone who made a decision. And with that Seven of Wands, they they stood up for it. You see what I'm saying? They fought through. They fought against any other messages that were coming and saying something different. They didn't pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? This could be all these wands could be other people saying that you're never going to make it, you're never going to get there, you shouldn't have chose that person, you shouldn't have invested in that, you shouldn't have started that business, it's never going to work. And you're like pushing all these people away. With the Emperor here, you're like, it was my decision, okay, from the beginning to make, not yours. My business, my marriage, whatever the case may be. And then with Meddler here, you have the Ten of Swords. Okay, it's the end. That's the end. These people are no longer able to steer you in the wrong direction, because guess what? You're going to your abundance. You've got your abundance now. That Empress card, abundance has come in, baby. And guess what? You're overcoming now. Your accounts are now going from red to black. Do you see what I'm saying? You're making profits now, baby. Um, yeah, and this is absolutely gorgeous. And again, if this is a relationship with the Emperor and the Empress, I mean, you could have someone coming in and proposing marriage here, like finally. Okay. But it has not been an easy road to get there, okay, with this person. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Okay. So let's clarify here. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Tell me about Cancer, please. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. Tell me about Cancer. Tell me about Cancer, please. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. I was going to use my other deck. I'll use this one. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles, please. And we have the Ten of Swords. It's like I said, this is an energy of people coming and telling you you're making a huge mistake. You know what I'm saying? This talks about disaster. There's an energy of you've got people in your ear. You're trying to make things happen with this person. You've got people in your ear telling you, not to do it. And you're like, what? Tell me about the Magician here. Tell me about the Magician, please. And look, we have the King of Swords again. So you have the King of Swords twice. So I feel like that King of Swords again, that's your rationality kicking in, that's your intellect kicking in. You've got people telling you one thing and you're like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm the person that makes this decision here, right? Under the deck, the Ace of Swords. And I feel like you're going to let these people know, like, this is your problem, not theirs. Your problem to solve and worry about, not theirs. And I feel like with Ride, you may tell these people to, back, basically. Tell me about the Ace of Wands, please. And look, the King of Cups here. See, there's an energy of being distant, okay, or things going cold, right? The King of Cups represents a coldness, right? And that Ace of Wands is all about, what did I tell you? Reigniting something, heating it up, relighting it. If the fire is burning out, do something to light it back up, baby. And that's what's going to happen here. Tell me about the King of Swords, please. Look, the Three of Wands, okay? There's an energy of wanting things to move, wanting things to progress again, right? And there could also be an energy where you may pick up and actually move or change location. You and this person may just pick up and leave. There's an energy of you may move to a new city, a new town, or a new place, or there could just be an energy of you going to another place where you're unbothered by what people are saying, unbothered by what the current circumstances are. See, under the deck, you have the Four of Swords. See what I'm saying? This is all about you getting somewhere where you can't hear that negativity in your ear. You know what I'm saying? People aren't able to, with you, you know? They can't tell you how you should live your life if you can't hear them. Tell me about the Tower. And look, we have the Emperor. See? All of a sudden, baby, that's who's going to kick in. It's going to be that Emperor energy, that masculine. There's going to be a sudden shift here, or there's an energy in some sort of contract or someone that you made a business proposal with. Something is going to kick in, okay, and it's going to be beautiful here. Oh my gosh. Tell me about the Six of Swords in the reverse. And you have the Queen of Wands. So this is about confidence, okay? Confidence. And the Six of Swords, like I said, this is an energy of coming out of the frying pan and then jumping into the fire. You know what I mean? And you have to have pure confidence. There's an energy that Queen of Wands is also an energy of being like, in a way, it's like an outside energy, not connected, or you know what I'm saying. But to me, this is someone who's coming and meddling in the situation. But with this Emperor here, you're coming to shut it down. You and this Emperor are coming to shut it down here. So you have the Devil and Temperance under the deck. Look at that. Look at this. The Devil and Temperance here. So this is all about everything, all of your fears, everything that you were worried about, everything that, people, or maybe you weren't worried about it. Maybe other people were concerned about it here with the Devil and the Queen of Wands. This wasn't even your stress. It was other people. It wasn't for them though. With Temperance, I feel like you've always had faith that you were going to get this, or that this was going to be a successful situation here. All right. And you're going to get what you put into it. Okay. Tell me about the Seven of Wands and the Emperor here. And look, the Page of Swords here underneath the deck, the Ace of Wands. Look at this. Look at this. This is you getting everything that you put into this situation. This is you also. That Page of Swords is an energy of someone who is asking questions, okay? Someone who's just not sitting around waiting for things to happen. This is somebody who's literally asking questions. With that Ace of Wands, this is someone who's making things happen. Right? You're not, yeah, this is someone who is making things happen here. This is also an energy of someone who has been almost like building up the nerve, or building up the what's the word I'm looking for? Not confidence. Um, Excitement. Okay, there it is. Building up the excitement, allowing the excitement to build. And with decision and message, this can relate to, people asking questions, and, you not really having anything to say, or other people being more concerned about your situation than you are. You know what I mean? And you're just kind of like, we'll wait and see what happens, type energy. I don't know. I just feel like there's an energy of people that are like asking questions or being way overly concerned about your business, or about how you should feel about something, or whether or not you should get upset about something. I feel like this is other people's energy, and you're not allowing other people's energy to move you emotionally. Okay. Ten of Swords and the Empress. Ten of Swords and the Empress. And look, the Tower. Again, I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. Sudden change. Sudden change. And then you have abundance coming in. Under the deck, you have the Three of Swords and you have the Seven of Cups. I feel like this is an end of any confusion, any worry, okay, any doubt that you may have had, okay? Any doubt that you may have had. Why? Because with the Chariot, this investment, this connection, this relationship, whatever it is that you've been putting your time and energy and work into, is actually paying off. The Chariot represents success, or being successful, or moving towards your success in a very diligent or ambitious way. Okay. Not letting other people stop you, not letting other people talk negatively, okay, to you, but pushing your way forward no matter what. Okay. So we're going to come back and look at your person's energy. Okay. We'll take it into an extended. We'll look at your person's energy. We'll look at the challenges, the advice, and the final outcome. Okay. I love you guys, and I will see you back in just a little bit. Bye.